Hello, we're here again.
Hi.
Was that too soon?
No, it's fine.
Is that all right?
Yeah, we counted to 5. Welcome back to the red sofa. So, today, this topic of conversation is keeping chickens, and it's not a plot. It's not a plug for a song.
No chicken songs.
No chicken songs. So,
It's a possibility on the next album.
oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
One never knows.
You never know. So, keeping chickens. Penny, you keep chickens.
We have 12 now.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, when we moved to a place in the country, and we had a bit of ground, I just thought, I've got to have chickens. I'd always wanted to have
I
chickens.
love chickens.
They're just great. There's something about chickens. They're so positive. And no matter how you upset the chickens, you just go, oh, you shouldn't do that. Oh, you really shouldn't have done that. But so we got 3, and we got a sort of a thing called a Forsham Cottage Ark, which was a kind of looks like a big wooden Toblerone, basically.
Oh, I know.
And they live above and they go underneath.
Yeah.
And we thought, oh wow, they can just roam around the garden. We thought, a very romantic notion.
Yes.
So anyway,
Rose tinted spectacles.
a fox thought that'd be a great idea.
Look, they bought dinner.
So once those had gone, I thought, okay, we're going to put an electric fence around them. So I bought some electric mesh fence, and I clipped their wings. And when you clip their wings, what you do is basically just the flight feathers on one wing. Mm. You just trim the very ends off. So it's about like getting your hair cut.
Yeah.
But the thing is, makes them unbalanced.
Oh.
So they can't fly over your electric fence. So they stay in. That didn't work very well. A, because I was not very good at actually remembering to keep them trimmed. And secondly, foxes can jump electric fencing. So we've got through our first 3 chickens.
Oh.
Now we've got through our second 3 chickens.
Yeah.
So but you know.
And I bet you named them as well.
We always buy just sort of brown chickens, and the difficulty we found is initially we named them, and then you find that which one was Veronica?
They all look the same.
Veronica, Blodwyn, Jennifer. Which was which? So I have to say, Veronica, Blodwyn, and Jennifer.
Yeah.
They just became the chicken. They just became the girls. And so then we decided that we actually had to put them in a permanent enclosure, 6 foot high now. We're not messing around.
Yeah.
6 foot high, electric fencing round the other side. So when Foxy comes along and thinks, I can dig under there, he actually gets the electric fence and thinks better of it.
Yeah.
And that worked really well for about a year until Fox he got over a 6 foot fence.
Wow.
Absolutely unbelievable. So then we put electric fence around the top too.
No, it's like Fort Knox.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't got searchlights and security cameras.
No,
on there,
not yet.
But I feel that
Gunning stations.
That will be, or gunning stations. That will be our next stage.
Yeah.
But the other thing was that when we had 3 chickens, I think we then went up to 6 chickens, and 6 chickens kept us in eggs when James was allergic to eggs. It was only Kevin and me and any guests we had eaten them. And then James, we desensitised into eggs, which is another process for another conversation for another day. But we gradually desensitised into eggs. And about 3 or 4 years ago, James, for the first time, could have eggs. Now, most kids would just go, yeah, I can have them, but I don't really like them. Not James.
He loves them.
He absolutely adores eggs. And from the get-go, it was, I just want more eggs. And that boy will eat 6 eggs a day, given half a chance. You know, he'll have 3 eggs in the morning, scrambled eggs on toast. He'll go to school, and if there are eggs at lunch, he'll go and grab a couple. And he just adores eggs. So suddenly, my poor 6 girls were not enough.
Inadequate.
Totally inadequate. So now I have 12 chickens, and they're gorgeous. They're absolutely delightful. They have the memory of a goldfish. They're absolutely hopeless. So, and that you arrive and you come out. We always give them scraps. We give them everything that there is. Chickens are omnivorous. They are not herbivores, or they do eat grass, but they are omnivorous. They eat anything. They would eat chicken if you gave it to them. Don't. Not nice.
No, it's not nice at all.
So we give our chickens a really broad diet, and the result is we have really, really healthy chickens. And you can tell by the colour of the comb on the top of their head. And whenever anybody looks at our chickens, goes, "Wow, your chickens are healthy. How do you do that?" And they've just got these really brightly coloured combs on there.
I know that because we used to have chickens at school.
All right.
Yeah, and it was a project that one of the teachers, brilliant project, and the kids had to investigate it, design the pen, do the financing. So it was a really lovely project. But these chickens, we had 3. They're all different colours, so we did know them. One of them was Betty as well. And
obvious name
it's got to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
But oh my God, they were just amazing. But getting somebody to take them home during the holidays was a little bit challenging. I had them once, much to my husband's disgust, because it wrecked the lawn. I'm like, oh, but they just want to go on the grass. They just want to have a lovely time. It's like, what grass? Anyway, so they were lovely. But then when they died, it was like the whole school was depressed because we got so attached to these chickens. So we never did replace them because we didn't think we could go through that process again because the kids just But what great pets they are.
They're fabulous.
They are
They're
such good fun.
We have a builder who used to have some chickens, and then all except one were got by the fox. So he had one chicken. And apparently she used to come sit on the edge of the bath while he was having a bath, and she'd come and tell him about her day. Wander around the house.
So is there anything you can't give a chicken? There must be things you can't feed chicken.
Well, I've heard that you can't give them avocado and you can't give them chocolate. Those 2 things. So I never give them chocolate cake or anything like that. And avocado, apparently. And there are probably other things as well.
That's strange. But let us know if you know. Do comment, because that's quite interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're lovely. I love chickens. We went on holiday once and we were in a tent, me and my husband and I, before children. And every morning, this chicken, I don't know what breed it was, but I called it bum fluff because it was really fluffy.
Oh, right.
You know those ones with everything's fluffy, the feet are fluffy and everything?
I know.
But this chicken was crazy, and his best mate was an Indian runner duck. So the two of these characters used to get let out in the morning, and they would like shoot past our tents, but they weren't aware of the guy ropes, so they'd trip over. Oh my God, they were the most gorgeous things. So ever since then, I've wanted an Indian runner and a chicken called Bumfler.
And then they'd hate each other.
Yeah, they probably
would completely shatter your memories.
But they are such characters.
Yeah, well, if you actually look at the very first video which we produced, which was called The Garden. It's The Garden, and it's somewhere on our YouTube channel. You will see our chickens with James. James has fed the chickens since he was about 5. And it's been his responsibility to feed the chickens, get the eggs, and he's been doing that ever since he was 5. But the chickens are so pleased to see him. Aww. So he goes in and they'll run after it. And a chicken running is a little bit like a large lady carrying 2 big bags of shopping, and they kind of run like this. And large lady, 2 big bags of shopping, running for the bus. Yeah, that is how a chicken runs.
That's a good image. Actually.
And there are all these chickens running after James because he might have some scraps.
Yeah, I actually remember this video, and I remember that shot actually. So I will put it on for you to have a look at. Actually, we managed to get a plug in there.
That was very effective.
That was, and totally unplanned.
Chickens. Easiest animals to keep in the world. They are so easy to keep as long as you've got space for them. And ours live in, it is the Fort Knox to which Helen referred. It's a little bit like Chicken Run, but the wrong way around. The Nirvana is on the inside of the run. They've got a lovely, there are fruit trees in it, and it's a very happy world for them. Yeah. But and they not much sign of them wanting to escape.
They're very privileged chickens, those ones, aren't they?
Very happy chickens. Yeah. It's so easy to look for and so delightful. And if you're late, or if if a couple of times they have run out of water and you get down, oh my goodness, they've got no water. And all you get is, oh, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that.
Oh, that is brilliant.
So sweet.
When I was at uni, we used to rent a cottage, and the cottage came with a chicken. Okay, and we were on the main road, and it was like a bungalow type thing with this drive here. And next door to us was a garage.
This is at university?
This is at uni in Cardiff.
Cottage comes with a chicken?
Yeah, it came with a chicken. The chicken was part of that house. deal.
Okay.
So we were like, yeah, whatever, how difficult's the chicken going to be? Oh, this was a crazy chicken. And every so often we get people from the garage come around and go, can you come and get your chicken off the forecourt again, please? Okay, sorry. I know, they're crazy, aren't they? I love them.
That's really interesting, because where I used to live before we had our own chickens, where Kevin and I first had a house together, there were some people across the way at Keeper's Cottage that had chickens, and the chickens were forever going across the road. So I used to refer to it as the Honeybird's traffic calming scheme, because it used to slow the traffic down really nicely. It was great, it was fine.
And it didn't cost anything.
No, so they used to come into our garden, they get slugs. That's all good.
Yeah.
Our chickens are useless because they seem to be scared of slugs. I want chickens that catch slugs, for heaven's sake. But ours are scared of slugs as far as I can make out. They're useless. If food hasn't been cooked, we're not eating it.
Do you remember when we first met and we used to play tennis? That there's a tennis court next to the chicken run.
Good point.
Yeah, and do you remember we weren't brilliant, were we? And occasionally a ball would go into the chicken pen. So I drew Penny for her birthday card. It was her chickens, wasn't it, with these little helmets on? Because these balls used to go in there.
I'd forgotten that, and we still have that. It's a great card. Helen is very good at drawing silly cartoons.
Chickens.
Silly cartoons. Anyway, if you've got stories about chickens or other things that you have kept that you have great stories about.
Unusual pets.
There is that. There is that.
That'd be an interesting one to do.
Tell us your stories. And please hit like and subscribe and all those weird things. And talk to you soon.
Take care. Bye.